Yes, my lad.
Oh, no. Oh, fucking hell. Is it better if I do it horizontal or not upright?
It's all right like that, bro.
A little better.
Just looks the same.
That's I'm just trying to fucking balance it. So I can chill. There we go. That's doing my head in there. Settled.
What's
No.
happening? Oh, you're good?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, spot on, bro. Spot on. What's been happening, bro?
Mate, I've done fuck all but eat and drink. I've put £25 on off.
You can see in your face you put a bit of weight on, like.
That's what I'm like though, like fucking I love my food and my drink and that, so I've just been enjoying myself, mate. I'm getting older as well now, look. So I feel like every year I'm just putting a bit more weight on every year because obviously my metabolism's slowing down. So it's like I can't really hold that weight anymore. It's mad to think though that I'll get right down to 77 kilo and then I cut the rest in water. I only cut like £6, like 3 kilo. That's all I cut. Like Joe cut £15 on the day, man.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal, that, isn't it?
But you seen what happened?
Yeah.
Look at his legs, didn't it? Because he was fucked after the third round.
Was he as big as what you thought he was?
To be fair, you know what? I think a lot of people notice this. I looked fucking big in there against him. Do you know what I mean? Not just the height wise, like like my back and that. When I put my weight back on,
yeah.
As much he was big, he didn't feel like a bigger fighter in there. I felt like I was bigger than him. Because even in the exchanges, like when we traded shots, I felt like I was winning the trades. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Did what were you thinking in the first round? Like when the bell went, obviously you're in the first round. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I thought I lost the first. Then it are we live now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was thinking, what are we gonna go live or nah? Yeah. So the first round, I've just like done my usual. Just got on my bike, just have a look at him. But like when you're in there, mate, honestly, like no one understands this. When you're in there, you for some reason, everything you're doing, you think you just like. I'm really critical of my performance, you said. And when I was in there, I just felt like I just weren't teeing off and I weren't getting my success. But when I watched back the first round, I actually looked like I was winning the first round, right up until I got stupid and let him get me in that clinch, the last like 30 seconds of the round. And I remember I hadn't really felt much shots until he got me in a clinch. And when he got me in a clinch, I felt like it's horrible. Clinches don't hurt. They're just like fast, sharp punches in your face. Like it's just fucking annoying. If more than.
Did you feel strong in the clinch in that?
Yeah, I suppose he was. Yeah, he was definitely a strong kid, and he was like, he got me in a clinch, and I could feel his power in that, 100%. But to be fair, mate, I half worked in the clinch with him.
That's what I mean. You fight back a lot in the clinch, don't you? You throw just as much as you get.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I think a lot of people just think because I'm sort of like a perfectionist boxer that I don't fight in a clinch. When you watch the Riggs fight and the Animal fight, every time I've been in a clinch, I've been trading with them. I haven't not tried to escape. I've just been not trying to work out the clinch with them because it's very hard. Like, when we're in the gym, we're trying to sort of drop and roll out of the clinch.
Yeah.
But it never seems to work. It's always like when in the fight, you just panic. Because when someone's grabbing you around the back of the head, without gloves and that, it's different. But
grabbing you by the back of your top of your head, or is it your neck?
Yeah, it's trying to get you by the neck. But to be fair, I felt like I think sometimes what you find will happen is you'll try and drop and roll, and as you drop and roll, they'll sort of like hold on to the back of your head to sort of stop you from going. So, in my opinion, I just thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna have to just have it with him. And that's what I've done, man. Like in the clinches, I was just trading with him. To be fair, and I think on the last round, I got the better of him in the clinch. I think I outworked him a bit when we was in the clinch and like sort of like fought my way out of it, which looked good, to be fair, because I think there's a lot of people out there that just thought they all thought that the English fighters going into America were like gonna get killed on the clinch. But so far, I've fought 2 big clinchers, big heavy hitters, and I haven't had like, you know what I mean? They haven't fucking like tore me up with it. If anything, I've fought my way out of it, which is good.
Yeah, you've come basically unmarked out of them both, really, haven't you?
Yeah, man. I know. It's mad, isn't it? Like, I just, do you know what? Like, honestly, the more I look at my performances now against Riggs and Elmore, like, I do honestly think I am technically the best in this whole sport. I don't think there is no one as good as me. No one's as got as right. No one is as good as me in the footwork and the head movement. You know, my boxing IQ as well. Like the way I think, how intelligent I am. It's there ain't no one thinking like me. There ain't no one like doing it like me. And I think without blowing too much smoke up my arse, I honestly do believe that I am the best when it comes to being a thinker and a tactical fighter in there. And it's showing obviously now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I've had a few really good like BKFC good level fighters come to me, approach me, message me, and just say like, "I'm so surprised what you done to Joe Armour. Like you made him look like a rookie. Like I've never seen anyone do that before." But that's just because I'm so fucking good at what I do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, and I think when in my opinion, when I finished the fight, I didn't feel like I'd done a good job. I even said to Dave Feldman when he jumped on the rope, I said, yeah, I don't feel like I was like, oh, the performance was shit. And he didn't really say anything. And like, I was thinking to myself that it weren't a good performance. But when I got out, even Danny Christie was like, fucking hell, like, mate, your boxing is on a next level. Like, you're on such a slick operator in there. It's ridiculous. And everyone was like, mate, you look fucking class. Like, you look really class. But I don't see it when I'm in there. When I'm in there, like it's weird. Like you're third person, and it's like, you know, you play Call of Duty and you just got a pair of hands.
Yeah.
So like in Call of Duty, you got a pair of hands and you're running around with a gun and you don't know how good you look. You're just fucking doing what you can see in front of you. That's exactly what it's like in the ring. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know if you're doing's looking good. But then when you go back and watch it, you actually see the way I'm moving. That I'm like, fucking hell, I am good. I'm better than what I think I am. It's proper mad when you're in there. Like when you're in there for like doing what you've got to do with just your hands in front of you and trying to work out. Like you can't see what everyone else is seeing. You're just seeing the man in front of you and your 2 hands. That's all you see. It's weird. It's just so strange when like you get out the ring and you're like, I don't know, man. Like it's like I felt like I just didn't perform.
Could you
But in
tell
the
it
ring,
was all going your way though, or were you going to the back to the corner? Well, back to your corner at the end of the round, thinking, "Oh, I might not have got that one."
so the first round, I thought I lost. Because if you watch the show back, I come back in the first round and like I shake my head like, and Simon starts having a go at me, my coach, and I'm like, fucking lost that. I know I have. Like, to be fair, looking back, I actually don't look like I've lost it. I look like I've nicked it. To be fair, but when I was in there, because I was silly enough to like sort of get lazy and let him get him in the clinch and do the work, I had the better work in the first round. Then the second round was like close, and I knew I'd come back, and I was like, I need to switch on. I remember sitting there though, at the end of the second round, and I was sort of staring. Like someone was talking to me, and I was sort of staring, and I was thinking, I was just switched off, bruv. Like the second round, like I was just switching on. My concentration weren't there, and I remember sitting there thinking, like questioning my performance. I was like, am I gonna fucking win this? I actually thought I was like, I can't switch on. Like, I don't know what it was, bruv. I just can't. I couldn't switch. Couldn't switch myself on to be the fighter that I knew I was. And in the third round, mate, I thought I've got to fucking do this. I've got to do something here because honestly, mate, after the first and second, I was questioning if I was going to get through the fight and fucking
Were
get
you
the.
nervous before the fight, Connor? This time round?
Nah, I'm never really am, man. Like, if you speak to Mozzie and that, mate, I'm not one of the most chilled out people. I am. I'm
Yeah,
nervous, like, and I'm scared. It's not scared of. I'm not scared of Joe. I'm not scared of anyone. I'm scared of losing, mate. That's all. I know how much pressure's on me to win. You say, I'm
yeah,
scared of letting everyone down. And when you get to the top, like my level now in BKFC, mate, I'm probably one of the best British fighters in the whole of the company. And like, there's a lot. I'm paving the way for a lot of fighters now because they're all looking up to me and how far I'm going. And I'm like next in line for total contention. And obviously, I think a lot of people see it as like, look, Connor's the one now for BKFC, and obviously Lily as well. Lily's coming through doing really well.
yeah.
And because I'm not the mouthy, cocky fighter, with like the big ego and stuff. I was like, I've put a lot of pressure on myself, you see, to win. So then when I come after that first and second, mate, I was just remember sitting there and I was just thinking, wake up, you fucking prick, because I need to win this. Like, I can't fucking let this go. From the outside, I looked good. I didn't realise how good I looked like. And that was me switched off first and second. Then third round come, bruv, and I just was like, I started to flow. I found my distance, my timing, everything just clicked then. When it clicked, it got easy because I remember coming back from the third, I was like, I've smashed that. I thought I've switched on. I went back to Simon. I was like, it was all perfect. And I was like, yeah, I've got it now. Don't worry. Fourth round, smashed it. Fifth round, I coasted through it on the fifth round then. But like, I didn't have to like. I think the only thing I said was I could have done more. When I watched the fight back, there was a couple of times where I'd hurt, like I looked like I'd hurt Joe, and he was backing off a lot. And I should have just stuck it on him if I'm honest. I reckon if I stuck it on him with like 3 more combinations and stuff, I reckon I'm not saying I could have stopped him or knocked him out, but I reckon I could have put it on him, mate. And do you know what I mean? And dominated even more because I was dominating just like I was coasting. I was like relaxed, you know what I mean? I was cruising through the fight, but I was being proper cautious because I was like, I know this guy can bang, and I know he does all unorthodox sort of swings and stuff. If I get carried away here in front of my home crowd and take an unnecessary risk and get clipped and go down, I fucked it. Do you know what I mean? So all I done really was I think I just kept on the back foot and just kept like pottering around, pot shotting him and stuff, and just trying to pick the shots at him because it's not for me to get told into it and lose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, how did you find him, like as an opponent, like his style and that? Did you find him very awkward?
Yeah, because he's unorthodox, and one of the things so we trained. He kept on the build up. Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna box you. Oh, you think that I'm gonna run at? Yeah, it's all bullshit." And I was like to say, he's fucking full of shit, mate. I know what he's gonna do. They can't beat me. They can't beat me when they box me, and I say that all the time. Like, the best chance is to come running at me, and even though they'll have a hard night for coming running at me because I'm fucking good, I can get out of the way and I'm strong as well. I can bang, and I thought he's gonna try. So we train obviously for a 5 round tear up on the clinch and stuff, like how to get out of it and spin off and that.
Yeah.
And then like the first round, I went off and he just stood there, and I was like, "What are you fucking doing?" I was like, "What are you doing?" And then like, it just threw me off, mate. Proper threw me off, like big time. And yeah, it was just an awkward style. And then third, fourth, and fifth, mate, I noticed, you know what I'm doing? I'm clever. I started sitting, and I noticed he was like swinging, and like he was loading up. He was like winding back, and it. So, you know what I do? Because I'm fucking clever. I do this in sparring. I do little feints. When I was sitting forward like that, yeah, he was winding up to throw the swing at it. So what I done was, it was so clever. I was doing it right. I was on the, I think it was like the fourth or the fifth. I was sitting on the front of my knee, like holding over. When he was going to swing, I was just like flinging back, and he was just missing with that swing. And I was just like, I've got you now. I know what you're doing. Like, yeah, mate, I'm fucking switched on when I'm in there. Like, I'm always thinking and stuff. Like, I'm so clever. Like, my intelligence in there is ridiculous. I'm thinking about what move I'm gonna make, what angle I'm gonna come at, where I'm going next. Like, I'm thinking of the time. I'm getting my coach. I'm going back to the corner. The first thing I'm saying is I'm going, listen, sorry, shout up to me when there's a minute gone. Shout up to me 30 because I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to register what's going on so I can work out my next move and stuff. Like, oh, mate, I'm one of the best fucking operators in bare knuckle FC, in my opinion, man.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And obviously, when I spoke to David last on the podcast, he said if you come through with the Elmore fight, you'd be fighting for a title next. Would that have to be an interim title with Palomino going down against Elvin Burrito or something?
Well, yeah. Well, this is the thing, innit? So I fucking went out on the piss. Then I went on all day bender the next day, and I smashed, mate. And I think so. Lewis commented on Elmore's video. Obviously, me and Elmore are friends now, and he commented on Elmore's video, right? And he put, "You done well, mate." So I commented and went, "You're next, little man," and he just flipped. He's like, "Don't call me little man, taking Dave Feldman and that. I'll deal with you soon." I said, "No, you deal with me now. You're supposed to be the 165 champion, yeah. Don't fucking bullshit, right? And turn around telling everyone you're going to defend the 165. Then when I come through, Joe Elmore like that, yeah, like a breeze, suddenly go, oh, you know what it is? I want Chad Mendes, but I'm going to go down and defend my 145 belt. He's going to do that, right? Let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to go down to 155. I hope he's watching this now, right? So we can fucking understand that I'm going to take that belt off him. He's going to come down to 155, yeah. He's going to defend it. And if I win the interim, right, and I breeze through it, right, he's going to think about vacating the belt. Because, mate, do you know what? Do you know what I weighed myself today?
What?
I'm £190 on. So I put £25 on, mate. Does he really want to fight a big fucker like me coming down from £190 who can move like me and punch as fast as me? I don't think so. I'm not a fucking brawler. I'm not a fucking. Do you know what I mean? I'm walking around at 86 kilo. I'm not fighting like a big fighter. I move as quick as a bantamweight, and that when I'm in there, my hands are as quick as a bantamweight. Why would you want to fight someone like that who's coming down from £190 if you know he can carry power? If he's clever enough, he'll vacate the belt and I'll get to fight someone for it.
Won't he have to vacate the belt anyway to fight for the 155?
No, he can keep it because he's defending, because he can hold both belts and defend them, you see. But what will happen is, so an interim title comes available when there's either the champion's injured and can't defend the belt and there's two mandatories, or that he's going down to defend his belt at a lower weight, so he just can't defend it for now. So they're putting an interim title up. Mate, an interim's still a fucking world champion for me. If I fight Alvin Brito, in my opinion, that's the real £165 belt, because I thought Brito got robbed against him in the last fight.
Yeah. Okay, so once, if say you come through with the Brito fight and they let you both fight the interim title, would Palomino then fight the winner out of that?
Well, yeah, ideally, yeah, but we'll have to see what he does, and it's up to him and his team and what they want to take. Like, I'll be honest, Eric Castanis, his trainer, I spoke to Eric a lot. Eric come up to me and was talking to me, and he was like, "Oh, you're very good," and like, he's hard to understand because I think he's like Puerto Rican or something. And he was like proper praising me up my boxing and stuff. And when I said, "Oh, I'm going to come for Lewis at the title," he was like, "Oh, Lewis is going to go down to 155. I'm thinking he might have 2 or 3 more fights, then retire." Which, in my opinion, I just looked and I thought, "Are you telling me now that he ain't going to fight me?" You know what I mean? And if that's the case, just vacate the belt so me and fucking Brito can fight for it, because that's the next fight. But I spoke to I don't know if you've seen that Brad Kelly. He's a good lad. That Brad Kelly. He fought on the New Mexico card.
Right.
Yeah. So him and Brito have fought before. He's good. He's coming on. And to be fair, mate, I've seen a lot of teams, a lot of managers now start calling my name at the top, saying, "Oh, we want to fight whoever wins out of Conor and Palomino. We want to fight the Eliminator to fight Conor," because they all know now that I'm the golden boy to beat in 165. You know what I mean? I'm basically going to be the future champion of the sport, and all really. So to beat me now makes a massive statement. I'm a bit like the mini face. Obviously, in my opinion, Mike Perry's the face of it, but in terms of the non-MMA superstars, I reckon I'm becoming a bit of a face for the sport and the company. Like a little mini fucking Conor McGregor cash cow of Wish. And yeah.
No, in all seriousness though, mate, it's not even a joke. Like, seeing the numbers you're doing, like, just look on the BKFC Instagram, for example. I think you're doing the best numbers out of it all, aren't you, to be honest, bro?
Doing 10 million views, 6 million views.
There you go.
I think I've done since like I fought when I went to New York. Before I fought, I had 8,500 followers on Instagram. I've now got 33,000 followers on Instagram. I've got 20% of my followers are coming from the United States now. I've got followers from Hawaii, the Netherlands, fucking Germany, Russia, Saudi Arabia. Look, it's mental, mate. Get people messaging me every day from all over the world. I had a kid from Nigeria sending me pictures of his top off, asking to fight me and that. Saying, but then also saying he's like I'm one of the best fighters he's ever seen, and to be the best he wants to fight me. Which bless him and that. But obviously that just goes to show, obviously, that I'm making an impact in the sport. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So I remember when we talked last time, that was going to be was that going to be your last fight in the UK?
Yeah, well, ideally for me now, I'd want a big, like, I want to fight in Miami, and it really bad.
Yeah.
Just like I wanted to fight him up because Miami right now in America is like their capital of bare knuckle.
Yeah.
So like London is like where the big bare knuckle fights have happened so far in the UK. So it's like the capital of bare knuckle in the UK.
Yeah.
But Miami's got BYB and BKFC and then massive events. And I want to fight at Knucklemania. Knucklemania, I think it has about 6,000 people in the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a crazy event, and everyone in Florida loves it. So it's like, what better to boost my profile and go fight and like a show like Knucklemania, where it's mad as well. Look, my first two bare knuckle fights, right, and I've co-headlined New York, and I'm now co-headline Wembley with MVP. I mean, who
Yeah.
can fucking say they've done that in bare knuckle from Britain? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Next fight will be the main card, won't it? Like the main one.
Do you know what? Honestly, like, I'll take co-mains and features all day as long as the main events are as big as people like Perry and Page, because when their fans tune in to watch it, I'm attracting their fans. You see,
Yeah.
And that's how you got to like. When as a fighter, mate, I'm all rounder. You know, I market myself well, I promote myself well. I'm doing it better than any other fighter right now in Britain. You know, that's what I'm so spoken about at the moment. So when I look at like how to market myself and the best way to fight possibly to fight on like say Chad Mendes comes back to Knucklemania 3 and Mike Perry fights, I'd want to be the feature fight co-headline on that. Because
Yeah.
everyone's going to tune in to watch them, see my skills, and be like, "Fuck, have you seen that kid from?" Because when you come from the UK on a Knucklemania card, it's like everyone's American. The main focus is Mendes and Perry, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they've got this little like Joker card from the UK. You know, like the little I don't know if it's called a Joker card. I can't remember what it is, and it's like he's this kid. Like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, let's watch the British lad." Oh, the British always get beat by the Americans. Then I'll come across our box the fucking brains off Alvin Brito and knock him out. Then everyone just the focus goes off Perry and Mendes, and they're like, "Oh, this kid's fucking unbelievable." And
Yeah.
that's how you market yourself. That's how you build yourself as a fighter. You learn to fucking like wind it in. When if they turn around to me and says, "No, you can't have main event," and I said, "No, I'm having main event," and they went, "Well, fucking them, you're not using in the car." But if they said, "Listen, we got Mike Perry main event, Chad Mendes co-main. We want you to be the feature." I'd be like, "Yeah, it's fucking mate." I'd be like, "Yeah, 100%. Take me on the card." Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because they're going to be the biggest profile fights. I've just fought co-headline. I still can't believe it. To be fair, co-main on the biggest bare knuckle event in the whole world with two of the biggest MMA superstars in the world. I co-headlined an event with Michael Venom Page versus Mike Perry.
Yeah. Mental,
Who
mate.
the fuck can say they done that?
I
When you
know,
look
mate.
at the posters, bro, the posters, right, had Michael Venom Page versus Perry, me versus Elmore, and then a load of boxes of the card. Like everyone was a small box.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought the poster 115 quid online with all the signatures. That'll be worth fucking thousands in years to come.
Yeah.
I bought
Definitely.
it, right, and it's a massive poster. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, Michael Venom Page, Mike Perry, Connor Tierney, Joe Elmore. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Mint.
It's mad. Proper
What
mad.
did you think of the Perry and Page fight?
So I didn't. So to be fair, mate, when I tried to watch it, it was on because there was a lot of people coming up to me talking. So when I got back, I flicked the tablet on, I flicked the main event on, and I watched all the fights. I watched Page and Perry. I had Michael Page. So I had Michael Page winning. Michael Venom Page. I had him winning 4 rounds in the first five, and just losing the one by knockdown. So I thought it would have been. I don't know if that works out a draw or not. Does that work out a draw?
No, it'll be 3-2, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Nobody got a 10-8, then he got knocked down.
Oh shit, yeah, it's 2.
So I think it does work out in a draw, and obviously Perry come through. I'd like to see that rematch. Then the best fight of the night for me, the best fight was Christie versus Brazier, of course.
Yeah.
That was just fucking unbelievable. Like, and for Danny, like, you could see the first round he struggled a bit in terms of like adapting because it's new, mate. We've all done it. Like, it's fucking new, and literally, like Danny Christie, mate, you could see the first round he was just trying to get his. Do you know what I mean? He was trying to get his bearings with it, and then, mate, once he relaxed and settled and got into the fight, mate, he'd become a fucking war. And hats
Yeah.
off to Terry Brazier, mate, because he's a tough bastard.
Yeah.
Them two lot brought the blood and guts. Then obviously my best mate Johnny, him and Ellis, in my opinion, was the most competitive matchup of the night.
Yeah.
I've never seen two class lads go at it like that ever in a bare knuckle fight. And, and let me take my hat off to Ellis, how good he is, and John. These guys right now would beat most 145 pounders in BKFC as it is. This was a fucking high level fight. If you haven't watched Hick versus Shepherd, you need to watch it because that was a fucking mate. That was an insane level of boxing from the two of them. It was class. To open the main card, that was a fucking brilliant fight. Proper good fight that was. And then obviously then Mickey Terrell, when he got that win against Shoemaker, me and Mick got on really well, and I know how much that meant to him.
Yeah.
And then there was the Lily versus Good John fight, you know. And I'm good friends with both. Obviously, I'm a lot more good friends with Lily because me and James Lily have actually boxed each other in the past, and I know Lily personally like that. And I know how good Lily is, to be fair, on his feet and boxing. And I just said, like, if he boxes and pivots and moves, he'll probably win the fight because Tyler's a lot of pressure fighter and he likes to come forward. But another good fight, like you look at the card and the Boswick, the Fish Gold was a fucking great fight.
Boswick fucking loves a scrap.
Boswick, mate, he's class as well. I like him, I think he's brilliant. You know, you look at so the main event was brilliant. Me versus Armour was brilliant. Lily versus Good John was brilliant. Mickey Terrell's fight was brilliant. Danny Brazier, Terry Christie was fucking brilliant. Johnnick versus Shepherd was brilliant. Boswick versus Fishgold was brilliant. You know, and then you look at like some of the other even Chazza versus Franco. That was a fucking class fight. That was.
Yeah.
And in that David Zolzwick, is it the Polish fella?
Zolters, yeah.
Yeah, mate. In my opinion, right, that is the best card in the bare knuckle history. I've never seen a card as good as that with that many good fights.
Unbelievable, mate. The atmosphere, everything was mint, wasn't it?
Well, when I walked in, mate, and there was the crowd was, I couldn't catch my breath how much they cheered for me. Like the whole of the crowd, it was mental, mate. Like the noise.
That right near all your people as well. They were above me, and it was
we had like really Birmingham was out in force, mate. I had all my Blue Nose supporters, all my boys, and then obviously all my family and my missus and that, my cousins, all my friends from the local pub and that, all coming down to support me and John because me and Johnny live like a mile apart from each other. Yeah. And mate, it was fucking brilliant. It was the best time. I say it's like New York was the best time of my life. Then Wembley just topped it. You know, hopefully this next one tops it. Just got to keep winning and all, you know. I've just got so many big things on the horizon as well, Lord. There ain't no, like I said, Lord, there ain't no one now in bare knuckle. As I don't think, in my opinion, from Britain doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you happy with everything at the event? Like, was it, like the setup, everything that went with it?
Mate. Lord, listen, and this is not, I'm not using this as a beeline for other companies, but I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That whole production level, that whole organisation pisses on any other organisation in the country, in the world. It's the best organisation, and that's just not me. That's not me licking Feldman's arse because he's my promoter. That's me saying what he got going on at BKFC was next fucking level. Do you know the amount of people that come to me and said, "Oh, I've watched so and so at Indigo, and I've watched this one and that one, and I've never ever seen it as good as it is at BKFC. Like that was fucking next level. I've never seen anything like it. The production level, the camera angles, the walkouts, mate, it was fantastic."
I said to Danny the other night, them screens, like people have screens, but these were fucking super.
Yeah, mate, there was two massive screens. Then you walked out with the screens. You had the smoke screens, the special effects,
strobe lights.
Mate, it was fucking unbelievable. And like when I come out to you before you're out in the kitchen, I only expected more people to cheer. I didn't expect the whole fucking crowd to light up for me.
Yeah.
And when I got in the ring, I just thought I'm so fucking lucky now because I've got out of everyone now, I've actually got 100% full arena to watch this main event. Just so happens that I'm fighting before them, so I know that it's probably full capacity now. And it's like when I caught him, when I caught him and I caught him and he went off balance to that left hook.
Yeah.
And mate, the crowd, I just remember like tingles on my spine when I've gone through, and I'm like, oh, this is like, you know, when you watch like matchroom fights and that, like a few, like Joshua or something, and they hit him, and the crowd just fucking rolls on the feet. Like, mate, it was fucking sick. Never had anything like that. Thought it was fucking class, man. And I just thought I'm so blessed, really, with my life and everything and where it's going, and how successful I am at the moment. You know, it's just mental, mate. I'm just so buzzing. Like, what's more to come as well? Do you know what I mean? A good break. Going to Dubai next week with the missus. So having a good break for 2 weeks. Put a lot of weight on. Drunk a lot of beer. Ate a lot of food. I'll be back soon.
Deserve it though, mate, after a
Yeah.
great performance.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think of the English crowd compared to the BKFC American crowd?
Do you want my honest opinion? I was a bit disappointed with our English crowd, to be fair. Because, believe it or not, right, bare knuckle is more established in America. And and when you're in, like, even when I was in New York, mate, they fucking love it. Like the Americans, that, and I'll take my hat off to them. They're a really, really good crowd. And I think we've bare knuckle in the UK, we just need it to be a bit more established. We need bigger fighters to come over. We need to attract more fans because it ain't there yet. It ain't there. And you could tell that at Wembley Arena. Like, Venom Page brought a crowd, but he didn't bring what the likes of a big fight like Chisora or something could have brought. Do you know what I mean? So you just need that level of, you know what I mean? You need that level of crowd, and it will get there. BKFC in America, mate, is so established because you've got like Mendes, fucking Page, Van Zandt. It's already established over there. So did you see
some of these UFC fighters who fought years ago? The Americans love them, don't they?
Yeah, well, have you seen the New Mexico card just gone last week?
No, not
Mate,
yet.
the crowd was fucking insane. Like,
BKFC, what they just done?
Yeah, they love it, mate. And do you know what, as well, like in Wembley, I bet they didn't in England. I bet they didn't do very well with the merchandise and the t-shirts and that. Because I know what British people are like. They're not interested in it. They're just interested in the fight. But when I tell you how deeply these Americans love it, mate, the queue when I was fighting in New York, bruv, the queue for the fucking merchandise stand went out the door, mate. There's kids, families. They're obsessed by it. They absolutely love BKFC. The franchise is massive over there. It's crazy, man. Like, for them, it's like a tourist attraction. They're going to get the merchandise, to be a part of it and live it. For the UK, it's like, it's just a fucking fight. Let's go and watch the Pals, get pissed up, do a bit of that, and fucking, do you know what I mean? But over in America, mate, they live and breathe it. They don't even get drunk. They go over there and they're like screaming at the top of the mouth sober. Like, the different fans for the bare knuckle, and that's why I said it just needs to be established more in the UK so we get that better feedback. But for now, I think it just needs to build. Needs to get more fans. I was speaking to Evan, obviously for BKFC, and I said, after watching a KSI YouTube fight and how many fucking fans when I watched that, Feldman now, for me, I would say go source KSI to be main event gloved in the BKFC squared circle next year in Wembley, and you'll fill that out 100%. And the amount of fans you'll attract, mate, just because they want to watch KSI, they'll get to watch the bare knuckle. It's such a good promotional move, mate.
Yeah, definitely. There's like, who do you think could potentially come over to like step in like MVP Perry's place in the next card?
Just loads, mate. You've got like David Hayes come on board as a bit of an ambassador now. He's got a lot of links. You got links like Derek Chisora. He's coming towards the end of his career. I'd like to see more boxers come to the end to come and do it. Don't think Bisping can do it, can he? Really? Darren Till, maybe. I don't think Darren Till's got long left in. That's another good name. Alistair Overeem. That's a good name. Do you know what I mean? These are people that might count. That you could see these in the next 2 years. Anything's possible, man.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. Oh, Anderson Silva would be fucking class in it.
Yeah, Diaz.
Yeah, I don't. I think Nate would come, mate, but Nate's like a bit of a cash cow, and he'd want like stupid money. He'd probably want like $2-3 million.
Probably paid for him, mate. Probably could do it as well. He'd get the numbers, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's about. I suppose now, right? It's like so personally, right? I'd go back to like the UK, and I'd probably ask, KSI.
Yeah.
I'd probably speak to David A to get KSL to do a main event 5-round gloved fight against another YouTuber, right, as a main event. And then I'd put an undercard of bare knuckle fighters on it, right, with a co-main feature in it. And I'd put it in a massive stadium. And you just use that to sort of promote BKFC and also for the fighters on the card, you know what I mean, to get a bit of recognition. Because I promise you, mate, I watched that KSI fight on YouTube the other night, and I thought, these YouTubers, yeah, okay, everyone's taking a piss out of them, but they're bringing fucking crowds, mate. It was rammed. The O2 was rammed. I think it was like 30 or 40,000. You couldn't see a spare seat. It was crammed, mate.
Well, you could tell by fucking, remember the beginning of it all, when, I can't remember who it was boxing, but Billy Joe Saunders and that were on the undercard. And then again, everyone were like, oh, no, don't want to touch it. These aren't real fighters. As soon as they seen they sold that stadium out that night, mate.
Yeah.
Pay-per-views got more than
They've done it, though. Dave got Blueface on a card, didn't they? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Someone talk, oh, don't get YouTubers on the... Mate, get YouTubers on the card because it gives us a lot of recognition. If I fought co-main or feature fight on a fucking KSI undercard, like, if I smashed it out the park, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, but did you see that kid before KSI from the UK? Like, did you see that bare knuckle fight? It's just such a good marketing strategy, mate, to go through with it like that. I think it's just fucking, it's the way forward now. I mean, these YouTubers, people are saying they're destroying the sport. If anything, they're bringing more eyes to the sport because it's not like you're getting a lot of young kids getting interested in boxing now because of it. So there's a lot of negativity surrounding it, mate. But in terms of financial and bringing revenue to the sport, they are bringing a lot of fucking money to the sport, and that's what we need.
And they say like the pay-per-view numbers beat all these world champions.
Yeah.
So them who are on the main card, people forget all these boxers who were on the undercard. The eyes are also on them. Yeah,
listen, mate. If it's bringing revenue and money to gloved boxing now, it could bring it to bare knuckle, and bare knuckle needs money because fighters at our level, especially like, you know, the MMA fight. The only thing that I don't like, what I disagree with, but what I can't argue with because it's a promotional sort of spur, is that these fighters like MVP, Mark Perry, Chad Mendes are getting absolutely substantial paydays, and we won't be getting a fraction of what they're getting. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not on that level, you know, of being known, but we could be fucking established already, mate. I've had 8 fights in bare knuckle. I've had 8 fights, and literally like, say fucking 7-1, and lost for 3 years, nearly 4 years in the sport come January. No, I'm very well established now, mate. You know what I mean, in terms of bare knuckle.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're doing massive things. I just hope you get your title shot next, mate, because you deserve it.
Yeah, but I won't be fighting. For everyone that wants to know, I've got tendon damage at the moment in my hand, so I've got no breaks. But I'm just getting my grip back. But I've got ligament and tendon damage in my index finger here and one in my metacarpal where I've already broke the metacarpal, which is here. So I won't be hitting a bag now for another 3-4 weeks at least. And obviously I'm like, to be fair, mate, I fucking hate training anyway. I hate the build up. It takes a lot out of me. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking have a break, and I'd like to come back in February on the Knucklemania card, mate. Definitely. That's the one for me now to come back. Knucklemania. Alvin Brito or Caleb Harris, you know, anyone at 165 now who's ready to go for that world title. That's who I want. If Palomino ain't gonna have it, then I'll have it for an interim bout, but it's got to be for a title, no doubt.
Yeah, I was talking when I'd done a podcast with Alvin Burrito not long ago, and he said that there was a talk of you two fighting before, like when instead of Elmore and you.
We was going to go, and so me and Brito were going to fight. So Caleb Harris was going to fight Julian Lane for the world title, right? And on the co-main, there was going to be a 4-man tournament. Julian Lane was fighting Caleb Harris. Then I was fighting Alvin Brito. Then when Julian Lane kicked off with Mark Perry, all of a sudden he couldn't fight, which is because Feldman thought that I'm using Lane against Perry for the first fight. They stripped Lane from the card. Then Brito came in to fight Caleb, it ended up being for world title. Then I asked for Joe Almore, and I think Joe said no. I think Joe just had a shoulder operation, and we weren't signed off by his doctor, so he said no. So then I just got put on the back burner until I fought Jim Allis in New York, and obviously he fucking bottled it, and I ended up fighting Jeremiah Riggs. So that's it for now, isn't it? Really, like Jeremiah Riggs and Joe Almore, in my opinion, mate, two fucking hard, tough bastards, come forward fighters, and I beat the pair of them really well. So, as well as coming over as a fucking former world champion as well in the UK, 5-1, and now I'm 7-1, 2-0 in BKFC. Can't deny me a total shot. No chance.
No, it's quite blatant that it should be you and Brito fighting for an interim title, isn't it?
Either that, right, or the only reason I won't fight for a title is if anyone's listening now, and Dave Feldman, you're listening, I'll fight Diego Sanchez for 50,000 in New Mexico on a headline card. How about that, son? 50 G's, New Mexico, main event against Diego Punch Drunk Sanchez. I'll punch him sideways.
There's talks of him coming to bare knuckle as well.
Mate, I fucking offered him out before. He ignores it. Listen, Diego, I know you ain't listening, but I know anyone that knows Diego. Tell Diego, you want to come to BKFC and I'll fucking box the brains off you. 50 G's, baby.
What's it feel like, mate, to be part of the Bloodsport team with the lads who were part of it? Obviously,
yeah,
Mick Terrell,
Darren. Yeah, big shout out to obviously like Muzzy. Like me and Muzzy are very close friends now, and yeah, it's class, mate. You've got Mick Terrell, Danny Christie, Darren Hendry. Three of the top fucking lads in the sport. You know what I mean? Class. So it's good when you're in a good management team, and you manage with good fighters. You surround yourself. Obviously, I need to tell Mozzie this, right? Yeah, because he's going, hey lad, you could jump in Mickey's room. I've gone, mate. Mickey could jump in my room on the fucking co-main. So we come to the door, bro. On the main, it says Connor Tierney on the door. I've gone, right. Don't you tell me about fucking jumping in your room, you cunt. I said, you're jumping in my room now. So I'm just sitting on the sofa, mate, fucking watching my phone. Everyone's warming up in my room. I had a massive fucking changing room to myself. I had a telly, 3 sofas, a fridge and that. It was class, mate. I had my own toilet and that. It was brilliant. And Mozzie giving it all that in his man like, hey, lad, I sorted you. So I said, mate, I'll fucking bend you over morning and slap you silly, you little mug.
He'll be going off it in the comments in a minute.
He'll be ringing me later like, hey, what you doing?
Someone is spitting them there. Quality, man. So is that what it is then, Miami? You basically that's...
do you know what? I can't really, mate, I can't really say. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not up to me, is it? But that's what I'm hold out for. I'd like to fight in Miami next. I fought in New York. I fought in London. I've come back to Wembley, London, and now I want to fight in America again. I'm building an American audience, mate, and I'm building Brumtown Bomber. You know what I mean? This is a brand. Look, you look now. Look, I'm sponsored by OnlyFans. I've just landed my biggest sponsorship ever. Then I'm building this as a brand. In order to carry on building it, I've got to expand globally. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be fighting in America more.
Yeah, sweet, guys. So is the Brito fight? If that never happened, would you ever think of like moving weight out to get the perfect fight?
Yeah, 155.
Chad Mendes.
Mate, do you know what? Why would Chad Mendes want to fight Palomino when he can fight me? Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. Yeah, Palomino's good in that, mate, but he ain't as cocky as me. He ain't as funny as me. He ain't as good looking as me. He ain't going to bring the marketable fucking promotional skills to the fight like I am. So, he could go out on his shield against the best ever and the best there ever will be, or he could just get beat by a plain old average Palomino.
Who do you think?
Choose wisely, little mini Mendes.
Who do you think would win out of the Palomino Mendes fight?
I really could tell you, mate. I think with a bit more work rate, maybe Mendes. Honestly, I think no. I take a lot away from Palomino. He's fucking good. He's good. He's the best for the reason, mate, because he's good. But the last couple of fights, I've just felt like he's on the decline now. I think how old is he? Like nearly. I think he's 40, isn't he, as well? And
Yeah, I think
Their age is against them. Mate. They're all ex-UFC. They've got miles on the clock. I'm 27. I'm 27 years of age, man. I'm in my prime now. Do you know what I mean? I'm only getting better. These guys will be like, sort of going stale now and declining. I'm getting fucking better, mate. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting fitter and faster every fight. You know what I mean? I'm getting more intelligent every fight. For me now, I'm in a prime position to be taking them bouts. That's why I think I just need that shot next now. I think I'm ready for it, 100%.
Yeah, he definitely, mate. It needs to be a title shot. Everyone knows that, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. It's got to be because I can't sit around and have unless, like I said, unless it's 50 G's against Diego Sanchez, and a main card, or unless they say to me, look, do you want to fight Chad Mendes and drop to 155 for 100 G's? Then maybe we'll think about it. But until then, mate, it's got to be a title.
Would you be killing yourself going to 155?
Yeah, we would be, but I reckon I'd be fucking dominant, eh? Look how McGregor killed himself, mate, when he went to featherweight, but he was an animal, eh? I could do it. I reckon I could do it, you know. Simon said it, you know, my coach.
Yeah.
Simon for Fitness Factory, he rang me up 2 days after the fight and he said, I reckon you could go 155 because we made 164 on the scales, mate, and I only had 2 hot baths. I didn't even use a sauna. I didn't even do a proper water cut, bro.
That's good, that.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Imagine that as well. Like, imagine coming down from fucking nearly 90 kilo to 70 kilo and how big I'd be. Like, I'd be a monster.
How much could you put back on in like in a day? Do you reckon?
Probably about 12, 15 pound.
Fucking hell.
But I wouldn't. I don't work like that though, bro. I don't work like that because I rely on my footwork. I rely on being as light as possible and as fast on my feet. So the more weight you put on, the more fatigue gets into your legs. You look at Joe Roy after 2 rounds. You notice he didn't really do much. It's because he had a major weight cut, and when it takes a lot out of your legs, man, it's like you imagine cutting all that water and shit out your body, then rehydrating 24 hours later, then going for a run. You go for a 2 mile run, mate. You'll be knackered because you'll be fucked. That's the fault. You're not in for the long run. So 155 might be a bit risky, but at the same time, I reckon, and I'll be honest as well, is what people don't understand. I probably didn't really train hard for the Joe Almore fight, and that's not me being disrespectful to Joe. I nearly pulled out at one point. My coach went mad because I kept missing days and that, and I was on the piss hop 5 weeks before, and I weren't taking it serious, man. And I was honestly thinking I was going to pull out the fight. I had to switch on and train my hardest for the last 5 weeks. But that just goes to show how good I was. Do you know what I mean? To be like that. But honestly, I'll never making that mistake again now because these next fights now are really important. I've got to fucking win big now.
Yeah, and the opposition is just going to get higher and higher and higher the further you go up, innit?
Yeah, 100%. So I'm just, I'm looking forward to what's next. But for now, mate, it's a break. You know what I mean? It's a break. Let my hands heal. Get back in the gym. Tick over. I've got some things up my sleeve now. Some PR that I'm getting involved with. Trying to get myself more in the newspapers, some TV shows and that, and just trying to build more on my name.
Yeah, so you can put these t-shirts and that you've got. Can people buy the merch and that? Yeah.
Yeah, people can buy them through my main sponsor, King's Fightwear. We're just setting up the webpage at the moment. We're going to have hats. The hats are fucking sick. The hats are good, class. We're going to have different t-shirts, some hoodies and tracksuits, all be available soon. Just waiting on Richard to sort the webpage out and I can push it more then.
Yeah, sweet, because the sweet, man, they're smart as fuck.
Yeah, they are, man. They are good, but I'm going to get ones that are less loud. Going to have more like BTB and that. My, do you know my image logo with the flat cap on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking to go to Florida and get the ice diamond chains.
Yeah.
I'm going about getting, my little flat cap Peaky Blinder boxer.
Yeah.
That with the bug tab on with a big gold fucking diamond chain, and I'm thinking about having it with a load of diamonds and crystals in
it. The class. Get that Diego Sanchez fight.
50G.
Quality. I won't keep nearly had you on for nearly an hour, mate.
No.
Is there any shout outs or sponsors or anything you want to give?
Yeah, so shout out to Muzzy from Bloodsport affiliated, my management company, Simon Haycott from Fitness Factory, my trainer, OnlyFans, my sponsor, Gaffney and Goynan, GG, TMS Environmental, CMS Solutions, CR Building, and I can't remember the last one, it's on my back somewhere. But yeah, they were all the sponsors for the fight that helped me out. So yeah, but looking forward to the future, man. And thank you for having me on.
Not a problem, brother. Is there anything else that you want to tell anyone before we shut it off?
Yeah, I didn't know how to say this, but I'm actually a transsexual, and Joe likes a woman.
I knew someone was coming there. I could tell by the way you were thinking of something.
Gender equality and all that, man. So just pay me fucking look what the lads get paid.
Class, bro. But anyways, mate, really appreciate you coming on, and we'll stay in touch and catch up on another one soon, bro.
Yeah, class, mate. Thank you. All right.
And I'd much appreciate
In a bit, mate. Ciao, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye. Jeez. Didn't even know Connie used to be a girl. That is mental. But yeah, man. Nice one, everybody, for tuning in. It's much appreciated. And stay tuned for more that's coming through. I'm going to put Connor's Instagram and everything in the description for anybody who hasn't got it. So just click on that. And also his YouTube there, that's on the bottom, the Brumtown Bomber. He's doing like vlogs and that on there. So I'll put the link for his YouTube channel on there as well. Much appreciated, people. Good night, God bless.